A symbolic move from Russian President Vladimir Putin visiting the bridge linking Russian-annexed Crimea to Russia's mainland. This is the same bridge that was hit by a truck bomb back in October. CNN's Will Ripley is live in Kyiv for us. Well, what more are you hearing about this, just as Russia's launched a new barrage of strikes on Ukrainian power facilities?
Kate, the timing is certainly not a coincidence to have Russian state media showing Vladimir Putin driving across the Kerch Bridge, which was badly damaged back in October, at the same time that there were more than 70 Russian missiles launched from the Black Sea, from the Caspian Sea, from the Rostov region of Russia. Those missiles intended to debilitate the power grid in Ukraine, and there was very, very limited success in terms of this operation. The Ukrainian Air Force says they intercepted more than 60 of the missiles that were launched. Some of them did hit their targets, however, which has resulted in blackouts, total blackouts, loss of electricity and power in at least 2 Ukrainian cities, but also power interruptions here in Kyiv, to the east, in Donetsk, and to the south in Dnipropetrovsk. This comes at a time that U.S. intelligence has been saying that the fighting is going to slow down during the winter months. The temperatures are really plummeting here. It is not a good time for Ukrainians to be without electricity, and yet there is still active fighting happening out in the east in Donetsk, with Russian troops trying to make an advance towards the west, but having very, very, very limited success. They're being held off by the Ukrainians. So we'll have to see if the fighting does indeed slow down, Kate. Certainly these Russian missile strikes have really revved up the situation once again. They were anticipated, though, by the Ukrainians, who say it's time now for the United States to make a decision on those Patriot missile defense systems that they say they badly need.
So interesting. Will, thanks. It's great to have you there. Joining me now for more on this, CNN contributor Jill Doherty. She's the former CNN Moscow bureau chief. It's good to see you, Jill. On Crimea and the bridge that we're talking about here, what do you think Putin is doing with this bridge? What is what message is there to see in this?
Kate, as soon as I heard that he did that, I went back to 2000. And if you remember, during that period, right before he was elected for the first time, he flew a plane, a fighter jet, into Chechnya. So this is classic Putin. You know, I'm strong, I'm out there, this is our bridge, we're back in operation. And remember, this really is his bridge. I mean, he got the money for it, he gave the order to build it. It's very, very personal. And just look at that video. He's literally at the wheel, I believe of a Mercedes, but at least a big car driving across. So symbolic. And, you know, I think it's a sign that he's digging in his heels and this war is going to go on.
And also potentially a different type of symbolism in 2 air bases, deeper in the fact that there are 2 air bases that are deeper than we have seen before within Russia, being hit with some sort of explosions overnight. No one claiming responsibility for the blast, Jill, but the Russians are talking about it. What do you think this could mean?
Yeah, it's a little unclear, but if it is the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians usually, in cases like this, actually there haven't been many cases like this is serious. This is inside Russia. But they usually gloat or mock, but don't really take responsibility. So if it is true, they are now expanding the war, as they have been, incrementally into Russia. And again, another sign that this war is going to continue and probably escalate or at least move east.
You know, one part about, one aspect of all of this, of course, is Putin's ability to continue funding his war. And we've learned that the United States and Western allies, they've now agreed to impose a price cap on Russian oil, saying that they won't pay any more than $60 per barrel. Russia is now rejecting the price cap. What do you think this does?
You know, it's a new tactic, and nobody really knows exactly how it's going to work. But the idea is, doing 2 things. You cap the money that Russia makes on oil, so they get less money to spend on the war. That's the theory. But at the same time, you don't hurt the markets, so that, consumers don't have to pay very high energy prices. Whether that will work the way they think it will is, a question. They think it will. But ultimately, it could hurt Russia's ability to have more funding to fight the war. At least that's the idea.
That's the idea, though, as Ukraine says, they need help now, and they need the war to end now, not later, as this price cap trickles in and gets into effect. It's good to see you, Jill. As always, thank you.